like this post-truth word that we hear a lot that's just come into
Can you define that to me?
Like I really can't.
No, can anyone
the
define
Oxford
it?
Dictionary has it as their new word, but I don't think that it's a new concept because it's based on an underlying assumption that for a time we lived in an era of truth. But in the history that I've been alive, I don't remember politics or economics or political campaigns being couched in truth or honesty. And I think that, you know, in the 1920s when Edward Bernays, who invented marketing, he was trying to work out, like, how can I make your brain want something that you don't need? And he started to invent marketing. That's what this is. And it's now the issue is that we don't like this reality. We don't like this truth. And so we call it post-truth. But I was on the ground.
Is post-truth just lying?
No. Let me throw in something. Yeah, I think that you go back to philosophers like Karl Popper, who was talking about this like 70 years ago. Post-truth is the idea that there are no absolutes. Therefore, there is no absolute truth. Therefore, everything is relative.
Yeah.
Therefore, well, what's my truth?
Yeah, so we're back to what you were saying earlier on.
And poets use it all the time. The haunted bread is the language of a poet. You know, the beauty of religion is the language of poetry. But capitalism in the 20th century in Western culture has cannibalized that idea and cannibalized structures within society because they're able to use post-truth in their battles between each other.
What's happened now is, and Blindboy, I'll put this to you, is that, like, I was watching the news tonight, and I'm struggling, as somebody who loves politics and consuming media, I'm struggling to decide who to believe or what to believe anymore.
That's one of the core issues of post-truth. I mean, first of all, you have to look at the mechanics of what's driving what we now call post-truth, and it's social media. We get a lot of our news from Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you're going to be fed what you already believe because it's an algorithm. The second thing as well with this post-truth society is that, like you're saying, who do you believe? If I was to deconstruct an argument using someone like Sigmund Freud, we'll say, right? If I bring up Sigmund Freud's name, someone on the far left will say, Sigmund Freud is a straight white male, therefore his voice does not matter. Someone on the far right will say, Sigmund Freud is he's a Jewish man and psychology is cultural Marxism and it's part of a larger Jewish plot. Therefore, you can't believe that either. And anybody with any sense is just left banging their head off the wall.
So